Hey, what's up, y'all? It's again still February 2016. Another vlog headed your way just because I had a lot on my mind recently. My question, y'all, is: are you alone? Are you still alone, and why? So, anyway, listen. The way I'm seeing it, right, is everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we don't know what the reason is, so it's so mind-boggling. Life throws us curbs and throws us obstacles and puts great circumstances in our presence, and sometimes we overlook them because we have our eyes and our vision in another direction, and sometimes things are right under our noses per se, and we just don't see it because we're still looking ahead, too far ahead. Some of us are still looking behind us in the past. These are things, that I've come to understand in my life that aren't healthy. If you're looking too far ahead in life, and if you're looking too far behind, unless you have the intent of learning from your past, you really shouldn't be dwelling too far behind there. What's done is done in your past, whether it's a person, whether it's, a trial or tribulation and some heartbreak, or, sometimes even a great thing, if a celebration happened, something of great significance. It's great. Enjoy it while it's there, and then keep moving forward. And don't keep with the mindset of looking too far ahead in the future, because that can lead to anxiety. The future is never guaranteed. We could try and attempt to plan everything out to, God knows what, our best ability. And anything can flip flop, and that's just the nature of life. It's just totally unpredictable at times. So, the best place to reside and to live in is the present. I know you guys have heard that before. I like to find a nice balance in between. I do like to look behind, but it's with the intent. I look in my past to learn and to grow, to make sure I don't make the same mistakes. Or, hey, if I want something, if I had a positive outcome in the past, how did I accomplish that? And if I did, let me repeat it. I mean, that's how you learn and that's how you grow. So yeah, you do have to look behind you at times. And then, yeah, there are times when you should be looking ahead of you. Just like when you're driving in traffic, you got to anticipate, the idiot in front of you sometimes when they're swerving. Chances are I shouldn't be driving too close behind them because I could get in an accident, right? So it's all about observation. It's all about being aware of your presence in the present, and keeping attuned to the past and keeping attuned to the future in order to find that healthy balance that'll allow you to garbage truck. Anyway, in order to help you find that balance that you're looking for, to be the best successful place in life that you want to be, right? And I say this with application to your relationships. If you've had heartbreak in the past, learn from it. Person came into your life for a reason. Maybe to teach you something that you don't want. Maybe to teach you something to realize what you do want in a relationship. And use that information, grow from it, and keep moving forward. Don't live in the past. Meanwhile, other people are living their lives, and whoever may have broken your heart or whatever, they're living on perfectly fine, and you're sitting over there drowning in your sorrows, or maybe afraid to take another step forward into another relationship because you've been hurt. You can't live like that. I mean, you can, but I think it's unsatisfying, and you won't live up to your full potential of what you're capable of achieving in terms of relationships, especially. Use this in your profession as well. I've learned that, hey, even though I can do well as a certain, wastewater operator, whatever it has, and I did it for 13 years, and I'm good at that, that was not my life's calling. Applicably learning from my past and my past profession, I realized that even though that makes a lot of money, money isn't my thriving source. That is not what moves me. Yeah, money is great, but what sense is having money when you're not happy with your job? And you know what? I hate to say it, but your job probably takes up a lot of time in your life. And you know what? Time is something that you cannot replace. So that being said, you got to learn from your past. And me, I realized I wasn't meant to be in the refinery business. It just wasn't my calling. I want to be in photography, and I started working on that, and I realized, that's kind of a lonely business too. It's a lot of passion in me. I'm still driven to that, but I like hands-on people interaction, and better specifically leaving positive impressions in people's lives. And that led me to the profession that I'm in right now. And again, that took some reflecting, looking in the past, and also optimizing and anticipating for the future. Not too far ahead, but just enough to find the right balance as to where I wanted to be in life. And here I am. I did the same approach when it came to my relationships. I've been through some real interesting relationships, and heartbroken and all. I could have just crossed it all off and said, forget it, I'm done, whatever. And I didn't. I gave love hope, I gave love faith, and I gave love. And so therefore, that's the reason why I'm in the relationship I'm in right now. Very loving, very caring, very mutually thriving and growing each other, because those are the things that I learned that's what I wanted. And I had to go through some of my hardships of relationships in the past in order to do that. But I knew for sure in life, I just didn't want to be alone. I knew that just wasn't my life calling. So my question again to y'all is, if you're still alone, why? Why? Don't say, oh, there's no good people out in this world. Who are you looking at, and who are you surrounding your life with? I mean, oh, well, I keep going to the clubs and I don't find any men there. I ain't got no comment for you. I really don't. Do you? This is the only time I really can objectively say do you, in the sense of doing things that you like. If you like surfing, if you like bodyboarding, if you like going to the library, if you like jazz concerts in the park, if you like walking your dog, go do it. Go do those things religiously and find others that are like-minded, because then you found a commonality between you two. That's a starting point. It doesn't mean you're going to find your soulmate while walking your dog or surfing, but you may have a better chance of finding someone that's like-minded and on the same goal path that you are. And, as my previous blog just stated, on the highway of life, starting a relationship, a mutual relationship, you guys got to be working with the same goals in mind and same mutual objective and destination in mind. And when you can accomplish that early in your relationship, the better off you will be, because you two will be traveling together towards that same destination. And even though one may catch a flat tire, or one may drive a little bit slowly on that path, one can always be there to help fix the flat, to help act as a guide, and to give instruction as to how to achieve that goal. And, it's mutually beneficial, and both parties will be happy. At least that's my philosophy and how I think. It's worked for me. I just knew that for me, I didn't want to be alone, for the rest of my life. And I see sometimes a lot of my friends, and, they're alone, and I'm hoping that's the way they want to be, and that's the way they choose to live their life. And they're not into that circumstances because they're too living much in the past, dwelling on the past, reflecting on the past too much, or fearing the future and not, learning from their past and moving forward with baby steps. It's all a healing process when you have a heartbreak, but you can heal and you can move right along. And, my wish and my hope is for all those who want love and truly are thriving and working in their life for love, that they find it. And not by really so much searching for it, but opening their heart and their minds and their souls to accept it when it is present in their presence. Because a lot of time love is right in front of our faces, and we may not realize it. We may not choose to accept it. We may be overlooking it because, proverbial, we have a bone in our mouth, like the dog did, and he looked in the river, saw the reflection, and he wanted to go after that dog with the bone, and then he drops his own. You know what I mean? So don't be greedy, but at the same time, be aware and conscious of what's around you, and be present for love when it's there, because love is all around you. It's just being ready to accept it when it's there for you. Yeah. Peace.